Hello everyone, so this is going to be a very quick live video, and obviously from the title you all know what this is all about. So I'm just going to do a quick introduction. So my name is Wememo and I'm also Channel Thatmumof5, and if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. So apparently we all know of the saga that's been going on between Davido and Sophia Momodu. So there's been a lot of stories, narratives, and so many things going on. First thing first that I would love to say in this regard is that for the fact I wish that this custody battle between Davido and Sophia, I wish it was not made publicly. There's a way all of this could have been dealt with in the court and it will have not been leaked to the public. I've seen cases of cases here in the UK where the case was heard and judgment passed in the court, and it wasn't until after 4 years after that the news was made public. And the news being made public was actually made public by the police, not anybody who was involved in that case. So in this case of Davido and Sophia, how I wish that it was like a closed case whereby it was not open to the public. I know both of them have come out to social media to drag each other, to say things to one another. That that aside, but with this being a court case, if you guys can hear me, please let me know. With this being a court case, it would have been lovely if it was not open to the public, because public opinion could deter a case as well. Public opinion could mean that negative vibes are being sent to either party. And I think since when I've been following Sophia, she has always received negative backlash. She has always received negative backlash. Davido, we all know Davido, at times he doesn't reply when people give him a kind of backlash, and when he does reply, people fly with it. So with that being said, let's go on. So I've kind of like had a few opinions and videos about this custody battle between Davido and Sophia, and no parent or no child deserves to be tossed between both parents. And I believe that no woman ever woke up that, oh, I want to have a child by myself, or I want to have a child, and when I have a child I don't want the father being involved. I believe no woman, none of you watching me here, even me, I don't think I ever thought or have the opinion that I want to raise my kids alone, regardless of whatever. But in this regard, it's that happened to Sophia. So apparently Sophia came out to say, Davido was the first person who sued Sophia to say, he wants to be a part of Imade's life, that he wants to be there for her. And Sophia came back with instances, reasons why she doesn't want joint custody of Imade with Davido. And let's go to Google and define what this joint custody means. So I've already made a note here. So going on Google to define what is joint custody. Child custody law establishes who should be responsible for the care and child of a child after divorce or separation. But in case of Davido and Sophia, they were never married, they were never engaged. It's been alleged that it was a one-night stand. However, Sophia has come out to say they were in a relationship. Okay, so the term custody is more frequently referred to as residency, meaning there must be an agreement as to where the child's main residence is following a parental breakup. In most cases where parents separate or divorce, their preferences is to opt for joint custody or residence. So residence is where the kid is going to be permanently. Allowing the child to spend an equal amount of time with each parent. With joint custody, the parents agree that they each have the right to make decisions that may affect the child. So when we're talking about joint custody is affirming where that child would be, where that child's main residence major residence will be. Major residence in most cases, as we all know, in these cases of Sophia and Davido, we know that main residency of Imade is with Sophia. According to this definition of what is joint custody, the main residence of Imade is Sophia. Okay, so now Davido is wanting to be a part of that residency, wanting to be a part of, making decisions, and with Davido not being not being able to access that main residency of Imade, he is still able to make decision on her. Okay, if maybe tomorrow Sophia said, "Oh, I want to do this for Imade," and Davido is like, "Okay, I don't see the reason for that." They still both have decision making rights on her, and then there's something called visitation rights, and I'm going to define that as Google. So I'm on a law firm company website here. So they said visitation rights allows a parent to visit his or her child. Guys, if you can hear me, please do let me know in the comment section. Okay, I'm not sure, I'm not seeing comments here, maybe because I've not activated the bell. Yeah, if you can hear me clearly, please do let me know, and please like this video as a comment as well. So visitation rights allows a parent to visit his or her child. How often the visits take place, where the visits take place, and whether or not the visit needs to be supervised by another adult will all be determined by the court. So apparently Davido sued Sophia. There was a long note of what Davido said is done and what Sophia has turned down, like buying a house, wanting to buy a house, providing fees, health insurance, and Davido listed all of that. And then Sophia came out to say, these are the things, these are the reasons why I don't want a joint custody. Remember, joint custody is, having equal rights on the child, maybe able to make a decision, being able to decide where this child lives and all of that. So apparently Sophia came out with all of the things she listed as why she doesn't really want Davido to have a joint custody of the child. And with all sentiments aside, with all emotions aside, with whatever it is that we are all putting into this case involving these two people, me being a mother, and as a mother here, Mrs. Nami, I've got 5 of my own kids. God forbid anything happens tomorrow, I would want my children with me, regardless of how old they are. The older ones could always make a decision themselves. Let's say I've got like a 20-year-old child, so she might decide that, okay, mom, I'm not coming with you, I want to stay with dad. That's fine. My 19-year-old might decide to say, mom, I'm not coming with you, I want to stay with dad. But see, my older below 18, I will take them with me. Whether their dad, whether the dad has somebody else or does not have somebody else, like I said, let's take all sentiments and emotions aside. As a mother and as a mom, regardless of if money is involved here or not, I will take my kids with me. So in this case of Davido has multiple children with multiple women. So Sophia has a child for Davido. God rest Ifeanyi. So if you count the amount of kids that Davido already had with Chioma, Davido has 3 kids with Chioma. He has one in London called Dawson, and he has Ailey in the US. So that's 5 children. So him wanting joint custody with the kind of career that Davido has, there's no way that he's gonna be there even during the time that the court grants him, if he eventually gets the child custody. So let's say at the end of the day now, he's gone to court and they've granted him that joint custody. He's a musician, he travels all the time. If the court says, okay, in a month you have to see Imade 5 times, will Davido be able to do that? These are, genuine, honest, respectful questions I'm asking each and every one of us watching. Okay, so it's hard not to take side here, but let's kind of like ask this question. So he's got 5 kids, and let's say, for example, the judge already decided that, okay, in a month you will see Imade 5 times in a month. Please like this video and share as a comment. Will Davido be able to see Imade 5 times in a month? And these times will have to be both Davido and Sophia will have to come together to decide what those 5 times in a month would be. It will have to be that it will not disturb Imade's school. It's something that will have to be planned in advance. And you all know the kind of career that Davido has. He might have a show and all of this. So at the end of the day, all of this him being around Imade will have to be centered around him because he travels all the time. He's got other kids and stuff like that. So hence why in this case, rather than the joint custody, I believed visitation rights should have been what Davido should have sought for. Visitation rights being that he is a musician, he travels all the time. He could have just said to the court that, you know what, yes, I know the nature of my career, I travel a lot, yes, I've got other kids, but I want visitation rights each and every time I am in Nigeria. I must see Imade. If I'm in Nigeria for a month, I must see Imade for that 1 month. Which means that his visitation will not be disturbed in any way as long as he's in Nigeria. So let's say in a month, he traveled abroad for 2 weeks and then he came back to Nigeria for 2 weeks. It should be made possible for him to see Imade for those 2 weeks that he's in Nigeria. Maybe the following month he traveled for 3.5 weeks and he's only got like 4 days left in the month of June or July. As long as he's in Nigeria, he should have unfettered, unhinged visit and access to Imade. So which means that his visitation rights will not be limited. He will have unlimited visiting rights to see Imade. Because with what Sophia has said so far, Sophia, some of the claims, some of the things that Sophia claimed, I actually agreed with majority of them. The only thing I do not agree with all Sophia has written was citing the death of late Ifeanyi. And I understand clearly why she did that. I was in a couple of live shows yesterday and I phoned in. Parents, when it comes to children or when it comes to family matters, family often shy away from taking matters to court because there's a Yoruba adage that says that if we take our family issues to the court, once the court and police decide, or once police and court gets involved in that situation, once it gets settled, there's no way we can come back and become families ever again. I don't know how to put it in Yoruba, but I'm just translating it. That, okay, as a family now we have a dispute, and because we are not able to solve that dispute amongst ourselves, we got the police and we got the court involved, and then the case now headed out to court. For the fact that the case heads to court, trust me, after court, that family, that union, that relationship will never, ever be the same again. Why am I saying this? When it gets to a court case is known to be very, very messy. Did you guys see that case of Amber and what was this American actor who did I can't remember his name now. Amber took him to court. Obviously there was a lot of shenanigans going on with their marriage. I can't remember his name. It was a model for this Dior Sauveur perfume. I can't remember if his name. If any of you know the name of this actor, American actor, let me know in the comment section. Let me see if I can find him. I really want not to. Amber and thank you, Anna's expression. Anna and Johnny Depp. You all heard what these people were married. They were married. They shared so many intimate moments together. They shared everything with one another. Did you all see the case? How messy it got? How messy it's like somebody pulled on the bed, somebody shat on the bed. Do you all see what transpired in that case? That is what happens when a case goes to court. Like, each party will bring in their own evidence. It is a matter of last man standing. It is a matter of last man standing. That's why I said I understand why Sophia had to add that part of, he was not able to look after his late son. May God rest that boy. So she is not comfortable with her daughter being in such environment that he is not capable of looking after their daughter. And other instances she also mentioned was that if you look at the gathering of Davido is mostly covered by men. Everywhere you see Davido goes, is like men all around him. And Sophia cited that as a girl child whose father is always covered, surrounded by male bodies, such environment will not be. Anna's expression said, especially divorce. I'm a lawyer and I try to avoid exactly. Hence why I said, I would have loved if they did this out of court, but I'm going to get there. So, Sophia did mention that, see, I want you guys to know something. An average Nigerian girl, out of 100% of an average Nigerian girl, I can assure you that 93.5% of them were molested as a child. 93.5% of them were molested as a child. So in this case, now you might argue that, oh, but Davido is rich, there are lots of people around him. How many of those people around Davido can he vouch for? Those men. Hello, OJ, how are you? How many of the guys that Davido goes about with, how many of them can Davido vouch for if he were to have Imade with him at any time? Like I said, child molestation in Nigeria is so on the rise that it's now becoming a norm, and our country, our organization is doing nothing about it. We're only the ones that come to the public. So, like I said, I quite agree with some of the things Sophia cited as why she doesn't want joint custody with Davido. And also, look at the children we are raising today. With Davido having 5 kids in different locations. How many of the children don't joke with birthdays and they don't joke with Christmases. So you can imagine he's got 5 kids, 1 in Nigeria, 3 in the US and 1 in the UK. On Christmas Day, how is he going to go around those 5 kids? So when I'm saying 5, I'm apparently counting maybe 6. If I'm saying 6, I'm counting Ifeanyi as well. So Imade, Ifeanyi, the twins, Eli and Dawson. So I'm counting 6. I know 1 is away, but there are still 6 children. So now 5 living children on Christmas and on birthdays. How will Davido be able to circle around on that day, that one Christmas day, to go see all those 5 kids? So there's 2 with Choma. There's 1, how is he gonna? Hello UK family, how are you, my sister? How are you doing? How are the kids as well? How is he gonna be able to circle around those kids on Christmas Day? Their birthdays, obviously they are not going to have the same birthday in the same month. Is he always going to be there? If Imade said, Dad, it's my birthday, you have to be there. What if he has a concert? Yeah, he could always cancel the concert, but will he be able to do that? So this video is more or less like an advice that people in the music industry, especially men, just because you are in the music industry, just because you are popular, does not give you the freedom or the chance of going after everything in skirts. Even if you want to use your popularity to get between anybody's legs, use rubber journeys. And that's especially, she shouldn't have brought, exactly, I agree with you, and I've also mentioned that she shouldn't have brought that up. Like I said, when we are dealing with court cases, court cases get really messy. Like I said, court cases get really messy, and it's this last man standing with evidence to make sure they become a winner. So, with all of that being said, children are very, very skeptical, very, very, they want their dad to be there on their birthdays, Christmas. I'm saying it because I know my kids are like that. Their birthday, they don't joke with it. Christmas, they don't joke with it. Now, all these Gen Z children that Davido has, how is he going to be able to rally around them? And also, if we look at the beginning of what transpired between Davido and Sophia, at the beginning, at some point, Davido's family almost took Imade away from Sophia. We all know the story. I'm not going to go back in there, but if anybody's not aware, you can go Google where they were trying to take Imade out of the country, saying that Sophia was involved in a lot of shenanigans and they were trying to take her for medical intervention. So apparently, Sophia's uncle was able to stop that flight where they were, which means they were not able to take Imade. So all of that, is a kind of like, it's heartbreaking that, okay, you got down with somebody, Bele enter, and the paternity of that child was questioned, and then they did DNA test, and DNA came out that Davido was the father of Imade. And yes, they've been co-parenting for a very long time with no issues. And there's been a time whereby we know Tiwa Savage is a close friend of Sophia, where these people came out to say, no, they are trying to speak to Imade, to Sophia, to allow Davido to see Imade. And looking at the counter suing that Sophia shared in public, she said obviously things were rosy between them. But then, because she refused Davido's access to her body, things changed. So women, we could say anything to make us come out as the winner here. I'm not saying that Sophia made this up, and I'm not saying she did not make it up, because I'm not in that relationship with them. Whatever Davido says, I'm going to take his word for it, and whatever Sophia came out with, I'm taking her word for it. So with that being said, Yoruba people always say that Ojuto ti money kò lè sọ pé Ojuto ti money kò lè sọ pé òun ò mèèyàn mọ́, which means that Davido and Sophia, they've already got down before in the past. Do you think if they have the opportunity to be alone together, do you think they will not get down? Do you think they will not get down? They've been collaborating in the past before, which led to the path of Imade. And from the submission that Sophia made, she made us understood that up until 2022, she was still being intimate with Davido. And all this while, Davido was flaunting Chioma to the public that this is the woman after my heart. This is the woman I want to marry. This is the woman I want. This is like, assurance. This is my, Ogechi, no competition. Now front, she get front. Now back, she get back. She can cook. On the wedding day, she can do. So even when he lost Ifeanyi, it's been alleged that Davido was with another woman when he should be mourning at home with Chioma. So all of these things are what each party have come out with. So Sophia is claiming that up until 2022, that she was still intimate with Davido, that they were in a relationship. And in a way, I fault Sophia in that aspect. I fault her as a woman. Like, where's your self-esteem? Where's your integrity? Where's your pride? He wants to be benching you in private, or he was benching you in private, but then he's showcasing another woman to the world, which you know, but then you were still down with it. And some people might counter argue that and say, oh, but he's the father of the child, he was provided. Still, Davido has every right to provide financial means for Imade without Sophia being intimate with Davido. So it's more like she's selling her body for the father of her child to provide for the child. So it doesn't make sense. So Sophia came out and said it was when she stopped being, intimate with Davido that Davido started acting this way. And you guys, looking from the past, they were doing fine. So does that mean that all the time that they were happy with each other, that they were cooperating well, does that mean that they were collaborating, they were working together, then hence why their settlement, hence why their cooperating was good? So when she now realized that, okay, this guy has nothing to offer me other than, come to my bed, want my bed, and then you're professing some love to somebody else, that's what she stated. So anyway, all of that is a way. So me coming out here is that I'm a little bit disappointed in Davido. And you will ask me why. Davido was the one who sued, or who summoned Sophia to court, saying he wants joint custody of their child, he wants to be in Imade's life, he wants to be able to give her the fatherly role. Don't get me wrong, there's no way Sophia will go tomorrow. There's no way he can deny the fact that Davido is Imade's father. And Imade knows who her father is. Regardless of what her age is, regardless of what is going on right now, she knows who her dad is. She knows she's been with them several other times. I felt that Davido shouldn't have said Sophia could have her, because you were the one who came out with this summoning to court. I felt that Davido should have seen it to the end. He should have waited for the court. So for him to have decided to say Sophia could have her, does that mean that the court has already decided this case? Hi Friday Sonia, good morning, how are you? Does that mean that the court has already decided, hence why it came out to say that Sophia could have Imade? Because hence why, the reason why I'm saying I'm disappointed in him was that you were the one who started this case of, summoning Sophia to court. Why did Davido not wait for the court to pass judgment, for the court to hear both sides and let them pass judgment? Why? That's the reason why I have said I was disappointed in him. He should have allowed the case have its day in court. So Sophia came up with all of these things and decided to withdraw. No, Davido, you shouldn't have. That's the reason why I said I was disappointed in him. You should have gone to the end. Fight it to the end. So that it will be on record that Imade, dad fought for you. This was the decision of the court. Hence why I said your mom could have you. So me sitting down here now, I don't know what fettered his decision to say Sophia could have Imade. Did he think that, oh, with all these things that Sophia has come out to do, or did he think that with all these things that Sophia has mentioned, it's best I don't go ahead with this? No. If you really want to show that you really love Imade, she's your first fruit. She's your first offspring. If you really want to show that you love her and you genuinely want to have her, you should have forged ahead, fight the case up till the court decides. But then you've withdrawn. And that brings me to the thinking that does it mean, when I told you that court cases are always messy, does it mean that Davido is terrified of what will be shared by Sophia? Is there something else that Sophia asked that Davido does not want the public to know? These are just genuine, respectful questions I'm asking. So in this case, I felt that the visitation right should be what Davido should have hammered on. Like, if I'm in Nigeria today, if I land in Nigeria at 12 midnight today, first thing in the morning, I must see Imade. And then the court will say, okay, yes, visitation right is a must. Anytime you are in Nigeria, your daughter, you must see the daughter. As long as it doesn't get in the way of her schooling or anything the mom has planned for her. And when it comes to visitation as well, both parents will have to let each other know of their schedules, what they've got scheduled for the month, so they will always know. When I say schedule, what Sophia has scheduled for Imade for the month. Is she going on a trip certain month? Is she going on a school trip certain day? Has she got an holiday planned? So the days that you know you've not got anything that will mean that you're taking your child away from benefiting from that event, then you need to let Davido know so that he knows if he's going to work with him and both of you can work together. That is the extra benefit. Like, that is a striving, visitation right for your parents. So with this being said now, Davido saying that Sophia can have her, does that mean Davido will stop all these financial contributions towards towards Imade? I wouldn't expect him to do so, because like everybody has said that he lost all his children, and some people are now saying that Davido is manipulative. I don't see any part of him as being manipulative, to be honest, because I don't know him that well. I don't even know Sophia that well, so I can't say, oh, he's being manipulative or anything like that. I'm not going to go into that direction at all. Moving forward, the things that I felt Davido could do is this. He has said, that Sophia could have her, but then your fatherly duties, your responsibility, because you are the one with the cash, just make sure that the girl does not suffer financially. And how do you do this? If you don't want to pass cash on to Sophia, you can put the money into a trust whereby the cash is not physically going into Sophia's hands. So when it comes to school fees, the trust will be the one to sort Imade's school fees. If it comes to health insurance, if she's in hospital, all Sophia needs to do is contact your trust with invoices or whatever and say, Imade has to go on this trip. This is how much it costs. That's the invoice. Do it do a trust. And also, I read one of Sophia's one of her reasons that she once suggested that Davido can see Imade, but she as the mother won't be there, that the nanny will bring Imade, because obviously Imade is now found, she's conversant with the nanny. So looking at the reason why Sophia said was the root of why Davido stopped that, she was tired of giving her body to Davido, so she's citing that she doesn't want joint custody. But then Sophia suggested that Davido could see Imade with the nanny. Being here in the UK, I've gone to several child intervention cases. I have interpreted for Nigerian parents when it comes to going to court for child custody when social services are involved. In this case, most of the cases were when the child has been taken away from the mother. I've been a part of a case whereby both parents do not have custody of the child. the government has custody of the child. So anytime the father wants to see the child, the social services will find a location, and they will communicate that location to either the dad or the mom on different days. So the social services will bring the child either a library that is not far away. The social service will bring the child there, and the father will either spend maybe 4-5 hours, but then the social service will go with them everywhere they go. Everywhere the father goes with the child. Same thing with the mother. The social service will bring the child, and the mother will come and see the child, and there will be social services there. And me being the interpreter, I'm interpreting, obviously, And I've seen cases of where the mother has the custody of the child, but because of DV, they don't want the man to be alone with the mother and the child. So in this case, social services will be present, and a police officer will be present during that visit. And most of these cases that I've seen, the visit often happens twice a week. Excuse me. The visit often happens twice a week. So in the case of a DV, a social services officer will be there. They will be the one to come with the mother and the child. And then a police officer in, Mufti will be there as well, should in case the father decides to go violent. So in this case as well, I felt that would have been another chance of Davido saying Imade without Sophia being present. I guess this did not go down well with Davido. So moving forward, this case has already been, we don't know if the court decided it or not, but what I'm just going to say is this, that Davido has other children, and I've heard lots of male or men saying that, oh, Edo people will just tell the woman to yeah, you can have the child will always come. As time goes on, things might change, hence why I believe that they should have just sorted this thing out of court. They should have, it's going to be lengthy talk, there's going to be lots of bass, and we always talk that, if you are siblings and you go into a room to chat with one another, and both of you come out laughing, both of you have not said the truth of the matter to each other. But if you both come out and you are shouting, fighting, yes, the truth has been told to each party. I'm just going to read comment. Omar TV said, I don't believe this aspect of Sophia's claim. Remember, Choma used to send Ife to Davido with a nanny. So I don't think it's true that Davido refused. There's no case of DV in this case. I'm not saying there's a case of DV. I'm just citing an example of instances that I have seen. Please try and rewind back and listen to what I said. Okay? I'm just trying to elaborate more on the aspect of Sophia doesn't have to be there when Davido sees Imade. Rather than Sophia being there, a nanny could be there. Because Sophia is citing examples of if Davido comes round, Davido make use of her body. Happy weekend tip E that Davido makes use of her body. So in order to avoid Davido using that chance of coming to see Imade to get into her, then let the nanny be the in between. So yeah, okay, Sophia, I'm coming to see Imade this weekend. Sophia will say, oh, Davido, that's fine. The nanny will be at home with Imade. You can see her. So she might even be in the house and not see Davido. It's possible. So I'm not saying this. I'm not citing a case of DV here. Please don't misquote me, okay? Listen carefully. I am not saying that there's a case of DV here. I'm only citing examples of situations I have been an interpreter that I have seen here in the UK. That I hope that clears that here. So moving forward, there's been so many opinions. Sophia wants to take the role. Sophia wants Davido to take a role of a daddy for the price of baby daddy. Yes, Davido is a baby daddy, and Sophia is a baby mama. Regardless of baby mama, baby daddy, Davido still has 50-50 chance of making decision over Imade's life, and that should not be taken away from him, regardless of what the case is right now. So Davido saying you can have her, that shouldn't stop his fatherly roles, responsibilities on her. Yeah, you can have her. It shouldn't stop you from calling to check on her. It shouldn't stop you from, providing financial aspect of what that child needs. And if you don't want cash to get into Sophia's hand, because she's claiming that she has been the one who has been looking after Sophia Imade for the past 2 years, which means that she's capable in a way. Whatever as a father you can contribute to ensure that that child does not lack in any way, Davido should not stop doing that. And if he doesn't want Cash to get into the hands of Sophia, there's several ways of going through it. There's several ways of doing that. Imagine is clearly a child loved by her family. But whatever reason that Sophia saw, and she decided that she does not want a joint custody with Davido, is best known to her. Like I said, none of us are into this intimate, none of us are deep into what is going on in these two families. None of us really know what transpired between both of them. And like I said from the beginning of this video, all sentiments, all emotions aside, if I were in Sophia's case, I would not want to share my kid with anybody, even with the dad. I would not. I would not. That some women will be like, oh yeah, he's rich, let him have the kid. The kid know I'm always going to be a mother anyway, blah 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 blah. Some women are capable of doing that. And I've heard instances of people saying, Sophia is doing too much. What of the other baby mamas? They are different. Are all these baby mamas given birth to by the same woman? Sophia is her own woman, her own person. Dawson's mother is her own person. Chioma is her own person. They cannot all behave the same way. They are not cut out the same. So the way Chioma has been, calming down with all of the shenanigans that Davido has gotten into, you think any mama will be in that position and she will do something? So the way Chioma has handled Davido's saga all this while, Sophia will handle it differently. Same thing if Annie's mama was one in Chioma's shoe, she will handle it differently. Dawson's mama will handle it differently if they were in that shoe. So she's up to make a decision her own self. The way she reacts to things is different. Just like me sitting down here. If somebody says something to me now, the way I would react to it might be different from how somebody else will react to that instance. Hence why we are human beings. We are different. We are not born equal. We cannot always have the same fighting spirit. For me now, I was in an African market on Friday there, and a lady was asking one of the guys in the beef who were in the shop selling beef, and this lady asked a question that, oh, do you accept card? When we Africans, when we talk, we have this high-pitched voice that when you talk at times, you think maybe we are having an argument with somebody. So I was there with 4 other people, and this lady asked the guy, looking at the guy, he was not friendly at all. He was not smiling. His face was like he doesn't want to be at work. So this lady asked him, oh, do you accept card? This guy ignored her. Meanwhile, we are customers, oh. This white guy ignored her. And then he went on to attend the other Oyinbo man in a van. And he was saying, while he was attending to that man, he was saying to, good morning Darinaga, good morning Bell's Ward. He was saying to the Oyinbo man that he went to go and give a product to that. And you were shouting at me, blah 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 blah. And me, see me that I'm here, anywhere I go, I'm always in a flight or fight mode. I'm always in a flight or fight mode. Immediately I heard him say to the other Oyinbo person that, oh, you were shouting at me, I was dealing with somebody else. When he was walking back, I was like, excuse me, she did not shout at you. She only asked you a question. You're just being rude. She is a customer. She wanted to buy something, and we heard that your card machine was faulty. So upon she hearing that, even me that I went there, I was post with paying with card. I don't carry cash anymore. I can't even remember the last time I went about with cash. So I said to him that, come, this lady did not scream or shout at you. She was only asking you a question, and you ignored her, which is so rude of you. Immediately I said that, he did not even say one word. He just went away. Because right there and there, I was ready to cause katakata. Other people that were there were not talking. That's their own way of handling cases like that. But in my own way, I would not handle it that way. The way I seemed it fit to handle it was me replying to that person that, no, you're just being rude. She's a customer. It took us, for me talking, it took me almost half an hour before they even came out to take my order. And by then, 6 other people were already in the queue. So you won't have to wait maybe 45 minutes before you take her order. And then when she now places her order, she wants to pay you. And now say, oh, we don't accept card. Which means that you've wasted that time. So she asking you a question. And this lady had a very, very sweet, babyish voice. And the Igbo guy said she was screaming at her. I was ready. So the way we react to instances is different. Sophia is her own woman. She reacts to things the way she sees it. any other woman who is Davido's mama will react to things differently. Like Chioma, and the way Chioma has been with Davido. If I were, God forbid, I were in Chioma's shoes. If I were in Chioma's shoes, I will not be calm. Oh. I will not. I will not be calm. Hence why we are different as human beings. I'm just going to read comments and I'll be rounding up in a second. If anybody has anything to say, please do let me drop them in the comment section. I'll address it. Omar TV says Sophia only says she paid rent, but other expenses have been taken care of. But yeah, she's not denying that, which is fine. Hence why Davido should not stop what he's been doing from the beginning, because at the end of the day, this child belongs to him. He still has to make sure that she's comfortable. She still has to make sure that Imani doesn't lack in any way. And a man of his caliber, his daughter should not be found wanting or needing anything. Bells was said thank you. And good morning, Dalinanga. How are you? Happy Saturday. Ayomide said good morning, Ayomide. How are you? Glory Chima, how are you? Omar TV says Sophia went back to Davido in 2022 after Davido has had all these kids. I strongly believe in all this is as a result of him choosing Chima over. She's only being vindictive. Well, that's your opinion. Like I said, I fault Sophia allowing Davido made use of her when it's obviously clear that it was Chioma he was gunning for. He wants to be benching in private and then he's showcasing another woman outside. Like, woman, don't allow me to use you that way. I don't care if Sophia eventually had 7 children with Davido. So those people were like, it could have if Sophia actually wanted Davido, those 2 years that she has gone, they've been collaborating, she could have had multiple kids. Like, women can have 3 kids in 2 years. She could have done that. But obviously that's not the kind of life she wanted for herself. But then the deed has been done now. The deed has been done. I'm just gonna quickly, I want to stretch my leg. Let me read comments. Tipsy, but I feel the Imade is the one losing all this drama. Court cases drag. Exactly, because at the end of the day, the internet never forgets. This child, she's a very, very intelligent child. She might not see things, she might not read things now, and she not reading things might be because her mom is not allowing her on the internet. She's going to grow, just like Davido said that she's not going to be a child for long. So as time goes on, internet never forgets. As time goes on, she's going to read about the fact that her dad denied her paternity. And at some point, it was, when her family or social media gathered that they did DNA, and that alone, for the fact that her father even denied her paternity, if that girl grows up to read about it, what do you think? How do you think she's going to feel towards her dad? And then with all of this drama that's been going on back and forth, Davido has a following that loves Davido, regardless of Davido's fans. There's nothing Davido can do wrong in their eyes. Davido has allowed, his staffs have come out to disrespect Sophia. Even though both of them might not be in good terms, the fact remains that Sophia will always be a part of Davido's life, whether Davido likes it or not. Because they have a child, and that's a bond between both of them. They have a child. No matter what Davido does, Sophia is always going to be a part of Davido's life. So, in this case, Sophia has her reasons. And we commentators, online in-laws, social media in-laws, we can only speculate. Because we are not really in there to see exactly how things were. There are lots of comments online now saying that Davido is being manipulative, that it's coming out because Davido Sophia mentioned the death of late Ifeanyi. And like I said, I don't agree with that aspect of Sophia doing that. But when it comes to court cases could be very, very messy. Like things that you guys do not even know has happened. During court case, everything will be made public. Everything will be made public. People will their celebrity status will be smeared in the mud. So I just wish them all the best. Glory, why would Davido use Toto to determine that? Exactly. So like I said, that I'm not going to say Davido is lying. I'm not going to say Sophia is lying about what they both submitted. We're going to take their words in face value. Okay, this is all Sophia has said. Okay, we heard. This is all Sophia and Davido has said. We heard. So when we are now dissecting those things, Should Davido now allow the fact that Sophia doesn't want him access to her body anymore, now decide to, to change his ways towards his daughter? It's not right. It's not right. It takes two to tango. If a woman says she doesn't want you anymore, she doesn't want you. Just do well by the child you both have. That's the only thing. Do well by the child that ties both of you together. That's the only thing you can do. And I want to believe that Davido is no longer a child. He's growing up as well. And he has to change his ways. And this is an advice for upcoming music artists. Being in the music industry does not mean that you'll be bouncing on every butterfly that you see. Yeah, at the end, when the separation is coming, when the separation happens, it's the child, it's the kids that suffer the most. It's the kids that suffers the most. But in this regard, for that not to happen, I would say advise Sophia in a way, when there are family gatherings, she should allow Imade attend. She should allow Imade attend when there are family gatherings. People are like, oh, she was not at the wedding. Looking at the wedding, I did not see any kids in that wedding. The reception, the main event, I did not see any children. Maybe there were kids there, but that wedding doesn't look like a gathering for children. Moving forward, like I said, if Davido doesn't want his money in Sophia's hand, he could always set up a trust fund. A trust fund, which means that that child will not lack financially. Rent will be sorted, school fees will be sorted, holidays will be sorted, birthday presents will be sorted. All of this will be sorted from father's side. And then Sophia can do whatever she wants to do with her own money for her child. But when there are family gatherings, she should at least endeavor for that child to attend. Either she allows her nanny take her there. I'm going to recommend. Sorry guys, I've got the cold. I've got the flu. Tip said elders should intervene and resolve this issue. This thing outside court and social media. It's already on social media. And I want to believe that Good Morning Choice TV. I want to believe that elders have already, because I saw some text messages between Davido's dad and Sophia. Sophia already made up her mind. She was not ready to listen to any of Davido's family anymore. From that chat I saw online, she was not ready. Because I think I remember Davido's dad in that text message saying that no, Imade should be brought around so they could go for a family outing or a family holiday. And Davido, Sophia replied that they already have something planned that she would have loved notice in advance. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That if there's anything that this family are going to want to be doing with Imade, advance notice. They need to work around each other's availability. What time they've got, when I'm not available, when Imade is not available. But when it comes to family gatherings where all the family are coming together, Sophia should ensure that Imade attends. Sophia should ensure that Imade attends. Like Yoruba men, some of them, if they see that the baby mama is giving them wahala, they will leave the child for the mother and say, when the child grows up, the child will come and look for me. In most cases that I've seen, male kids don't often find their parents or find their dad. The female ones will find their dad, regardless of what has happened. So that's my advice for Sophia. And I think Sophia should also move on. Now that Davido is married, Davido is not on the market anymore. Sophia should, concentrate on moving ahead with her life. I'm going to recommend. Oma TV said Davido was barely an adult when Sophia abused. That is not Oma TV. You need to correct whatever you are saying. Davido is a 19-year-old. Davido is not an underage at 19. And I was saying this in a show yesterday that do we know how many other women or other girls that Davido has benched before he met with Sophia? What are you talking about? What do you mean abuse? 19 years old. Here in the UK, 12-year-olds 14-year-olds are getting down. What do you mean by abuse? 19-year-olds is not a child. Okay? And Davido knew what getting out with a woman was at the age of 19. What makes you think that he has not been benching other women before he met Sophia? So what are you talking about? Let us be saying things the way it is. Davido at 19 is not a child. Yes, he is a young adult. But then that doesn't mean that he doesn't know what he was doing when it comes to laying with a woman. Imagine will understand that he denied her at that age because he was very young, but not allowing him see his daughter is vow. Well, like I said, she has her reasons. And for me, putting all emotions and sentiments aside, I would not want to share joint custody with such a man. Multiple kids and all of that. And all that's happened. Like I said, it's sad that Sophia had to use the case of Ifeanyi. But then when it comes to court case, it is last man standing. Whatever you have, up until last man standing, evidence you have till last man standing. Yes, it was vile that Sophia used that, but then when it comes to court case could be dirty. Which I felt, which was why in the beginning I said I wish this case has been done as a closed case, which means that it is not open to the public. Maybe after the judge has decided, whatever they want to leak, let them leak. But while the case was still ongoing, it shouldn't have been made public at all. It shouldn't have been made public, but it is what it is. And Dainaga said, oh yeah, we can even forget the DNA matter. He first denied the child, and now he was. Exactly. If Sophia was that scorned for the fact that he denied the paternity of that child from the beginning, she wouldn't even want Davido to have anything to do with her in the first place. But she did not do that. She was still trying her best to co-parent. So that's why I say, the way women, people react to things is different. We cannot all react in the same way. If, as a young person, I was Sophia, and I was in that shoe and he denied that child, I swear to God, I will not have anything to do with him anymore. I will not have anything to do with him anymore. Omar said he took pictures with his nieces and nephews. Well, was that at the event? Because I watched from a few videos I saw, I did not see children running about. So people should not put that aspect of, she was not even at the wedding. We should just leave that aside. It was a wedding. Lots of adults, they were smoking, they were spraying money, they were doing all of that. So I wouldn't expect there to be any children at that event anyway. Maybe like a family gathering before the event. Maybe there were children there, or afterwards. Yeah, maybe church thanksgiving. Yeah. But for the fact that she's not there, it still does not stop anything. It does not mean that the world did not know that. It does not mean that the world does not know that Imade is Davido's child. She being there or not does not change anything. Good morning, Choice TV. I must train for the matter. I think Sophia is a mother. We are all mother men. Everybody talking here cannot love Davido. Cannot love Imade more than Sophia. Just as we are talking about Baba Mohbad and Mama Mohbad, nobody can love Mohbad past the mama, and nobody can love the Mohbad past the papa. How we react to things is absolutely different. Dainaga says Sophia is tired of the family now that David is married. She feels there's no room for her anymore. You know what? Like I said, for the fact that Sophia allowed Davido to keep coming back and benching her, Davido must have given Sophia some slight of raise, some light to say, oh, you still mean something to me. Because if Davido did not say some sweet nothings to her, what would make Sophia allow Davido back into her arms? What? If Davido had not said some sweet nothings into Sophia's ears, why would she have allowed Davido back into her bed? And I felt like maybe, just maybe, Sophia was desperate. That maybe if she allows Davido back with her, that he might not marry Chioma. But then this man was flaunting Chioma everywhere. He was flaunting Chioma everywhere. And you were still allowing him to make use of you. Like, no. Guys, I'm rounding up. Yeah, the kids will grow up and find their dad. Yeah, so children will always find their dad no matter what. But the thing is that we should not... Sorry, guys. The thing is that even though both parents might not agree with one another, they should not paint each other bad. Let Davido always be the best dad you've always said he is to his daughter. And let Sophia remain the best mom that she is or she has always been to your daughter. So Davido should not be bashing Sophia as a bad mother. And Sophia should not be bashing Davido as a deadbeat dad. As long as all of that is away, as long as all of that is not being done openly or done closely to the child, let the child have fond memories of each of you. Fond memories of her dad and fond memories of mom. So that when she grows up, she'll be able to decide. She'll be able to understand why her mom took that stand. and why her dad took the stance it took. Because at the end of people were like, why is he now seeking custody? You should go and ask for custody from Dawson Mama. You should go and ask for custody from Ailey Mama. They were cool with the way he's going. But then if Davido is not asking for joint custody of the other kids, why is he asking for joint custody of Imade? What happened? Why is he doing that? So these are just genuine, respectful comments, guys. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not gonna come and name call Davido. I'm not gonna come and name call Sophia. They both were together. They both see inside of what was happening. So all what we are doing here is just speculations. Okay. Boys kids do not find their dad. You are right, Choice. Dalinaga said for Sophia to stick around a 19-year-old boy at that time means he got bad skin. Dalinaga, what are you saying? Yeah, he got bad skills. I mean Sophia was obviously older one, not stick around. Possibly. Sophia should just move on with her life. It's over. Exactly, it's over. She should just move on with her life. I want to believe that she's apparently dating. And one man's food is another man's poison. So people are like, oh, one man will marry her. Trust me, there will be a man. What was that lady that was denied by one guy like that? He never posted their daughter. But when the baby mama was now proposed to by another guy, he came out to say, this daughter is my daughter. This is that. You'll be surprised the kind of men who will be in Sophia's DM. They will be better than the. So, like I said, one man's food is another man's poison. You guys might say, hey, who is going to marry her? You'll be surprised when she will come out and announce her engagement. Lord Lamba, why Sherry Ayomide? You're on point. Look at that one now. The baby daddy already thought nobody would come for her because she was a single mother. But then, who came for her? An handsome, respected, young single guy who never bumped Peking before. That was the person who wedded her. So, one man's food is another man's poison. Never say never. Okay? Never say never. Whoever eats last will not eat best. I mean, he who laughs laugh best, or he who eats last is the fattest bone. So now you might look at see people are like all over her, but then you'll be surprised when she will come out here and when she's back into the dating world. And Sophia is a matured woman. She knows what she wants. And I want to believe that she's already learned from this situation so that when she's choosing her next partner, she's doing it with common sense, not with her heart. Okay. Hi, Marian. The Imadi I see is very intelligent. Yes, she's a very intelligent girl. From what I saw in the past, she is attached to the dad. David is not asking too much, just a joint custody. The earlier the better. I know, but then, like I said, the way they've gone about it is messy. It's something they should have been able to do within, like indoors, where it would not even be open to the public ears. And whoever has been, I believe this case has not been argued in court yet. And whoever it is that was exposing all of those stuff, that person should go and sit down somewhere. You should have allowed the judge to decide on this case before they start, throwing all of these evidences outside, because it did not help the case. Omar TV said there was a time Sophia's friend was accusing her of luring Davido to sleep with her. Anytime he comes around to see him, you all heard what Sophia said, that they were intimate. It could be one of those periods, it could be not, but Sophia came to say they were intimate up until 2022. The other baby mamas allow him to see his kids anytime he wants to, but Sophia wouldn't allow him to. That's why I said they are all different. Davido did not pack all of them together and sleep with them at the same time. So you can't expect them to make the same decision. Okay? You can't expect them to make the same decision. So I'm rounding up in 2 minutes, guys. I just want to come here, and do just a friendly talk. So yeah, just like I've said, the best thing for this case would have been if they've taken their time. It would have been a lengthy talk, handling it within the house. But it's been out in the public. It's everywhere. Davido is married now. He's taken, and I want to pray that Sophia is going to get married. She's going to get into a relationship at some point as well. And I just want to wish both of them good life. Okay. Imagine is going to grow up, and then she'll be able to decide what parents she wants to stay with. So yeah, that's just all I've got to say here. Omar TV said 2-faced baby mamas are all married. Sophia should move on and sort herself. After all, I will not allow my child to be moving from one house to the other. It's dysfunctional for the child. Exactly. Exactly. So that's why I said, no, she should take her time, reach an agreement with Davido as per, I still won't agree with not allowing Davido see Imade. Social gatherings, family gatherings, gatherings that are important to this family, let Imade attend. Let Imade attend. And now that Davido is married, so you are safe. You are safe that he's not going to come and grab you in the toilet when you go and pee. You are safe. And if you don't want to take her there, you've got a nanny that is paid for, let the nanny take her. And give that her a time. Okay, you take her for this event, 8 p.m., you should be back home with my child. And let Davido know. Or let the family know. Yeah, Sophia, Imadi will be coming, but is it alright if she gets back home at 8 p.m.? Or is she back? Is it alright if she comes back? Let there be that agreement. And then each party will be happy. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for those of you who have joined me here. I really appreciate you all. Thank you all for your concern, your comments, and all of that so far. The only thing we can wish these people is the best of things. I hope they all come to their senses. They all calm down, come down from their high horse, and see that it is this child that needs this. Not Davido or not Sophia. It's Imade that is most important. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, and I hope to see you in my next live, which is at 7 o'clock tonight. Let's discuss everything podcast. Okay? Thank you all, and I shall see you later. All right? Bye.